Good evening, everyone, and welcome to GEO News. I'm your host, Chris Sishu, and as we all know, 2 days ago, humanity made its first encounter with extraterrestrial life, while a teen was recording her weekly Instagram vlog. Tonight, we'll be joined by a panel of experts making sense of it all, and hopefully we'll get a better idea of where humanity's place in the universe is. But before we begin, let's roll the clip of the encounter.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today, holy shit, do you see that? Hold on. What the heck are you? Out of all people on earth, why me? Anyways, it's the United States. Congratulations, you've made it. Wait, I actually have so many questions though. Like, how do people live, and what do you call yourself? And how can you understand me? Because right now I understand you. But tell me, are there actually oceans on Mars? Under... Yeah, about 4.5 billion years. But I'm kind of curious, what other places have you been able to visit? And how big is the galaxy really? And how old? Like, do you know how many galaxies there are? And do you think that we'd be able to go to Mars if things get like messy down here? Because we've kind of been fucking it up a little. So basically all of our science trash, like we can just throw it all out the window. Like, does oxygen not matter for you? Like the freaking building blocks of DNA of life? So does this mean that we've just been looking at dead ends? What? I got that on tape, right?
Thank you all for joining us. Humanity's first encounter with extraterrestrial life has many people wondering why we are so obsessed with aliens and what the value is learning about aliens. So we won't waste any of your time getting to the point. First, let's hear from our expert on the cosmos. Why don't you start by giving the audience a little background? What is the cosmos? How big is it? What do scientists like Carl Sagan mean when they refer to the cosmic ocean?
Cosmos is a Greek word meaning the order of the universe. In a sense, cosmos is the exact opposite of the word chaos. Cosmos implies that there's a deep interconnectedness of all things. The universe is not random, it was created in an intricate and ordered way. The cosmos are essentially infinite. On the grandest scale that humans are aware of are the billions of endless galaxies that exist in the great cosmic darkness. The Andromeda galaxy is 2 million light years away from our home Earth. Within this galaxy exists our own galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, where Earth exists. The Milky Way is the only known galaxy to contain life. The cosmos are mysterious, deep, limitless, and human beings have only scratched the surface of this cosmic ocean. Here on Earth, we can only begin to imagine what else could be out there. There are 100 billion galaxies and a billion trillion stars. It is highly improbable that Earth is the only body rich in life and nature.
And why do many famous scientists like Carl Sagan hypothesize about the cosmos? Why should humanity care or be curious at all?
Carl Sagan understands the expansiveness of the cosmos and believes that it is extremely likely that the cosmos are brimming over with life and intelligence. He believes that it is highly unlikely that with all the stars, galaxies, and planetary bodies out there, the Earth could be the only one with life. Sagan writes in his book Cosmos that the future of humanity relies on our understanding of the cosmos. Our exploration of the cosmos starts at home here on planet Earth. With enough time, money, and human evolution, it is possible that one day planet Earth will not be the only place that we call home. As a civilization, we have a choice to continue to enhance life and learn about the universe that has made us and everything that we know.
Very insightful. Next, we'll hear from our expert on humanity's presence and place in the galaxy. To start, could you tell us about how the first living things came to be in a world absent of life? How did these organisms evolve over time to become complex creatures like humans? So complex that we're able to explore even our own existence.
Thank you, Chris. To begin, our world is made up of complex molecules, with carbon playing a central role in how life is able to flourish. If we use radio telescopes to look into the stars, we can even see clouds of gas and dust and organic matter that's also found here on Earth. There's such an abundance of molecules that are everywhere and make up everything that we know of life today. Carl Sagan actually calls on us to shift this question and actually consider how evolution is one of the biggest factors that has impacted why we are able to live here on this planet. Many different species and organisms have not been able to survive the planet's conditions, and we humans are here able to thrive based on the fact that we're very well adapted to the conditions that Earth has, which is liquid water, moderate temperatures, and oxygen. These are some things that we consider ideal conditions. Those that weren't able to adapt died directly though, and for the sake of time. Once upon a time, we simply had lighting and UV rays from the sun. They eventually broke down hydrogen-rich molecules in the atmosphere and recombined them into more complex beings. Many copies, mutations, or happy accidents later, more complex life was able to build off of that, and with the help of natural and artificial selection, the chosen ones live and thrive in today's Earth's atmosphere and world.
So do you think this alien life we encountered is similar or different to humanity? Do you think it's based on the same organic matter? Will it have adaptations like our own? What are the possibilities that we're looking at here?
Well, the thing is that alien life that was encountered in this video was very adaptable to communicating with us. If it wasn't for the aliens' technology, the human wouldn't have been able to provide us with the closed captioning that we saw in the video. So our modern understanding of extraterrestrial life before this video was released was extremely limited and really based on our own understandings and perceptions on what we know of Earth. This interaction that millions have been able to witness is just our first step towards learning about extraterrestrial life, about the possibilities of what life looks like beyond our own imaginations and limited perceptions of human forms. Communicating with the alien has been essential, and I feel hopeful that this will broaden our understanding and expectations for what ET can look like and the type of relationship that we can have together. There's so much we still need to learn though, like could we possibly have a commensalistic relationship with them, which would probably be the ideal situation, or mutualistic, or on a darker thought, could we be prey to them that are and taken advantage of? Clearly, we're light years behind ET on technology and have different relationships to our surrounding like Earth. So I think what we really need to think about too when we think about the role ET can have with or without us. If you want one takeaway from what I've said, I think it should definitely be that we must decenter ourselves from the conversations surrounding extraterrestrial life, because we're very clearly not the center of the world, the universe, or the galaxy.
Very interesting. And lastly, we'll hear from our expert on communicating with intelligent life. A lot of viewers are wondering, what will communication with an intelligent alien species look like? To answer that, it may be good to understand how humans communicate with each other. How did we as a species develop communication? What key features enabled us to reach that level of intelligence?
Those are some big questions. It's likely that human communication has developed in a totally unique way to any other potential alien civilization, similar to how our unique physical development. One potential avenue of communication could be through binary code or a mathematical language. For example, on Voyager's Golden Record, binary is actually used to express the time to play the record. Understanding these processes of human communication requires some understanding of how our brain developed. The cerebral cortex, the most recent region of our brain to have evolved, is where matter is transformed into consciousness. Intuitions, critical analysis, ideas, inspirations, reading and writing are all products of this region of the brain. Carl Sagan actually argues that civilization itself is a product of this region. The development of the brain was spurred on by the limit of information that genes could contain. About 10,000 years ago, it became necessary for humans to store information outside of our brain and our body, or in libraries. Libraries are critical and were critical to human technological and also scientific development. While this timeline of development is easy enough to comprehend, the chances of an alien species having a similar route to communication and civilization is almost zero.
So are we the only creatures on Earth who are sentient?
No. Perhaps the only other sentient species on this planet are whales. They share many qualities with humans. Since they actually originated from the land, they have many mammalian characteristics. However, these aren't the only interesting facets of whales. Not only are they the largest species to have ever developed on Earth, they also communicate with each other through songs. Members of a whale group will create songs together and sing them note for note in specific scenarios and specific times of the year. Essentially, they're social creatures. And this pertains to our search and our interest in alien civilizations, because just from whales, we can observe how strangely, yet how similar to us, they've developed.
So have humans ever tried to interact with an alien species before?
Yes, indirectly and also directly. Radio waves, mostly in the form of television broadcasts, are sent out at an incredible speed, constantly. So if an alien civilization were observing Earth, they would no doubt sense something interesting was happening if they were able to pick up on these radio waves. As you may know, we've sent out 2 Voyager spacecraft in 1977 containing a golden record. It contains images and sounds to help potential aliens understand human life and culture. And Carl Sagan believes that the unification and peaceful organization of our own planet is necessary in joining a potential galactic community of civilizations, no matter how long it may take to contact them.
Very fascinating. Well, that's all the time we have tonight, folks. We've certainly learned a lot. It's clear that for years, humanity has been obsessed with aliens, constantly looking at other planets to see if we're alone. Just look at Mars, a planet we have constantly sensationalized and turned into an arena for our own hopes and fears about life in the cosmos. Our Mars mania has led us to create countless movies, books, shows based on the idea of Martian invaders and talking to extraterrestrial life. Just look at H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds if you want evidence. Our bias has impacted science for years. However, going forward, one thing is clear. We must consider facts and use good, sound scientific processes to answer questions about aliens.